Hi and welcome to week 5 of Heartfelt Resilience. So our movement practice this week is about coming full circle. The theme of this week is called Spiralic Illumination. And what inspired me here was the idea of the moon moving through its cycles, coming into fullness and understanding, and then going back to almost a space of darkness or newness. Maybe you want to call it ignorance, but the idea that we're moving through cycles of understanding always in life. So that's where the idea of it being spiralic comes from, but also the idea of illumination. Very often, maybe because of the way that we move in space and time as human beings, we feel like it is linear, like we're running from birth to death and it's just one straight line. But in many ways we have these cycles and spirals of things we're moving through while we're on this line traveling forwards in time. So very often when it comes to resolving challenges we find around us or encountering parts of ourselves that need to evolve, we'll feel almost stuck, like, oh, I'm back here again, I'm back here again. And that can often feel like I didn't get it right, or I didn't quite make it, or I didn't understand it properly. But actually it's not that we didn't get it the first time. It's not that we're failing, that we're stuck. We simply have the opportunity to come at something again, to understand it on a deeper level, to keep finding more nuance and angles to view it from. So the moment we shift our perspective from life being linear to life being spiralic and coming through phases of illumination, there's a lot more space to be very compassionate in how we deal with ourselves when it comes to our resilience. There are times when we are more resilient, there are times when we're less. But understanding the bigger picture around this allows us to keep moving forward in the cycle and not to get stuck when we think that we are stuck, because very often it is our thoughts and our perspective about something that shapes the nature of how it really is. So today we're exploring the concept of spiralic illumination in this movement class. And we'll be going through a moon salutation that explores things from left to right, back and forth all the time. We'll flow through it a few times and then come to a nice resting pose that takes us back to week 1. So we come full circle in that again. So we've come from this deeply restful space. We've built our capacity over time, connected to our foundation, our core, found expansion, allowed ourselves to explore our expansion in all directions, moving through big circular mandala motions and then coming back to sanctuary at the end. So let's get started. We're coming to the top of the mat. What you might need later towards the end of class is a bolster or a block or a blanket. But for the moon salutation itself, you don't really need any props. So feet come together at the top of the mat. On the inhalation, we reach the arms up, we interlace the fingers. You bring the the index and the thumb together, and from here stretch it up and really lengthen out through the spine. Step the feet hip width apart. Give a little bit of softness to the knees, draw the belly in, and then as you exhale, begin to lean towards your right and inhale back up. Exhale towards the left and inhale back up. We'll do a few of these just to ease into the body and feel the opening of the spine, moving through what is known as crescent moon. And if your lower back is feeling good, you're welcome to stretch the legs out and maybe drop a little bit deeper. But this is really for you to decide where your body is. Good. Things are loosening up, so let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, lean towards the right. Inhale up. Exhale towards the left. Inhale up. Exhale, hands come together in front of the heart. And then inhale, step your right foot back. Turn yourself over to the side of your mat. Both feet are facing forward. Inhale, arms reach out to the sides. Turn the palms of your hands up. Good. Inhale, lifting back foot. Turn it towards the bottom of the mat. And then as you exhale, folding over, Trikonasana. So here you want to really draw right hip back. Maybe fingers go to the floor. They can also rest on the shin. Gaze up towards your top fingers. And then inhale, come back up. Lift the toes forward. Exhale, and then twist towards the top. Inhale, deep breath in. And then exhale, again, coming down. Trikonasana. Fingertips reaching up. Belly drawing in. One more deep breath. And then inhale. We swing the back arm forward, turn the back toes forward, and find ourselves in a high lunge. So inhale to rise yourself taller, and then exhale to sink yourself a little bit deeper. And then from here, the hands swing to the heart. We shift the weight onto the back heel and find Skandasana. One more deep breath here. Gaze towards your toes, lift them wide. And then on the inhalation, swoop yourself over Skandasana on the other side. Good. From here, we bring ourselves over. Arms reach up, finding high lunge towards the back of the mat. One more deep breath as you lift tall, and then exhale, sink a little deeper. Next breath in, exhale, hands come down to the inside of the foot. So the foot stays nice and wide, toes turn out, hand to knee as you gently look over your back shoulder. One more deep breath. And then inhale back towards the front. As you exhale, straighten your front leg, head towards the floor or the knee. And then on the inhalation, bring yourself up, crescent lunge. And then exhale, hands to the floor. Keep the right toes wide, tuck the back knee under. Inhale, step up, find Malasana. So here the hips hang low. Fingertips to the floor. As you inhale, right arm rises. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, left arm rises. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, both arms rise, reaching up overhead. Exhale, hands behind the back, toes turn forward. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees. Bring the arms up, back into our pistol grip, index and thumb reaching up. And then we inhale towards the right, coming back, towards the left, and coming back. Exhale, hands to heart. Step your left foot out behind you. And then on the inhalation, turn yourself back to the long side of your mat. Good. Palms facing up. Inhale, point your toes to the left side or the bottom of your mat. Exhale, Trikonasana. Inhale, bring it up, toes forward. And then turn the toes out towards the right. Exhale, Trikonasana towards the right. Inhale, coming up. And here we swoop the left arm forward, finding our high lunge. And then as you exhale, bring yourself over Skandasana on the left foot. Inhale, Skandasana on the right foot. From here, inhale, high lunge towards the left foot, facing back to the original front of your mat. And then as you exhale, hands come down, back knee to the floor, toes open wide. Inhale, reach the heart forwards. Exhale, find a gentle twist through the hips. Inhale, back to front. From here, we exhale, draw the hips back. Coming into Hanumasana. And then on the inhalation, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to the ground. From here, toes stay wide, back knee lifts, step forward. Finding yourself back in the squat. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, hand comes down. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, hand comes down. Again, right arm reaches forward. See if you can wrap it around the front of your knee. Maybe the hands connect. Take a deep breath. Release. And then left arm swoops out. Maybe they connect, maybe they don't. See what you can manage. Release. Inhale, rising up. Toes forward. Exhale, hands behind the back, folding deeper. And then inhale, rising yourself up. Index and thumb leading towards the sky. Deep breath in, exhale towards the right. Inhale, coming up. Exhale towards the left. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, hands to heart. Step your right foot towards the back. Turn to the long side of your mat. Inhale, arms reach wide, palms facing up. And then turning towards the back of your mat as you exhale, Trikonasana. Inhale, bring it up. And then exhale, Trikonasana, other side. Inhale, swoop the back arm forwards, high lunge to the front of your mat. And then exhale, Skandasana towards the back of your mat. Inhale, Skandasana to the front of your mat. And then from here, high lunge towards the back of your mat. Exhale, sink it lower. One more breath. And then exhale, hands to the floor. Turn the right toes out. Inhale, heart forwards. Exhale, finding the twist. Look over your back shoulder. Inhale towards the front. And exhale, hips to the back, Ardha Hanumasana. Inhale, coming forwards. Arms reach up overhead. Crescent lunge. And then exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, stepping up into garland pose, Malasana, hips hang low. Inhale, up through the right, exhaling down. Inhale, up through the left, exhale down. Hands come forward. Right arm wraps around the back, the right knee. Hands connect behind the back, one deep breath. And then release hands forward. And again, exhale, seeing if you can find the bind. Not necessary. Keep the knees open and release. Inhale, rise it up. Heel toe back to center. Exhale, fingers behind the back. Inhale, lifting through the heart. And exhale, folding forwards. Last one. Inhale, rise yourself up. Index and thumb lead to the sky. Exhale to the right. Inhaling up. Exhale to the left. Inhaling up. This time, left foot steps to the back as the hands come down. Turning wide, side of your mat. Palms facing up. And then inhale, left toes turn back. Exhale, Trikonasana. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, Trikonasana to the right. Inhale, high lunge towards the right foot, reaching it up. Exhale, drop it low. Inhale, Skandasana towards the left foot. Exhale, Skandasana towards the right foot. Inhale, high lunge towards the left foot. And then exhale, drop everything down. Let the toes turn out. Inhale as heart comes forward. Right hand grounds. Exhale, twist. Look over your shoulder. Inhale to front. Lengthen through the heart. And exhale, reach the hips back. Ardha Hanumasana. Inhale, rising up. Crescent lunge. And then hands come down, toes stay wide, step forward, Malasana. Exhale, drop the hips down, left hand on the floor. Inhale as the right arm rises. And here we hold 3, 2, 1. Hand comes down. Inhale, holding 3, 2, and 1. Hand comes down. Last time, see if you can bind. Maybe the hands connect outside of the thigh. 3, 2, 1. Release. Switching sides. Can they connect? Bring the knees out wide. 3, 2, 1. Release. Drop your buttocks to the ground. Roll yourself down onto your spine. For a moment, just rock your knees from left to right. Taking a nice deep breath, letting everything soften. And then we'll finish off here with 2 or 3 seated poses, just to keep that side body open and to move between left and right, so we bring everything back into balance, seeing all sides of it. So from here, allow your right foot to extend out, left foot to inner thigh. Turn towards your left knee. And then as you inhale, reach the left arm up. And instead of going over, reach out for the top corner between the ceiling and the wall. Draw your belly in, reach your fingers out. Taking 3 deep breaths. One more deep breath. And then as you exhale, left hand comes to the mat, left knee stays on the mat. And then as you inhale, once again, find your stargazer pose. One more deep breath here. And then exhale, bringing everything down. Keeping your left foot where it is, take your right foot, swing it across, step over your knee. And from here, as you exhale, twist your chest towards your thigh. Right fingertips ground behind you, belly draws in, gazing over your back shoulder. Holding 3, 2, and 1. Good, release. Switch your left leg out, bring your right foot to inner thigh. We twist towards our right knee this time. Inhale, right arm reaches up. And instead of rounding down towards the foot, we reach up to the space between the ceiling and the wall. Turning our pinky finger down, holding 3, 2, and 1. Hand comes down on the right, rolling onto right knee, left through the hips, open through the chest. Stargazer pose, holding 3, 2, and 1. Rolling your hips back down, keeping your right foot where it is. Step your left foot onto the outside of your right knee. And then as you exhale, you twist, dropping your left sitting bone down, left fingertips to the floor, gazing over back shoulder, taking 3 deep breaths. And then slowly release. Good. From here, we make our way towards the wall. So pulling your mat or your blankies close to the wall, taking either a block, maybe a blanket, maybe a bolster. See how much height you want behind your heart. If you don't feel like a deep pose today, maybe a folded blanket like this is enough. If you want a little bit deeper chest opening to stretch out the belly, then feel free to take a bolster. Again, we come towards the bottom of the mat, sitting next to the wall, and then turning ourselves up one leg at a time. And here you might need to just wiggle things in closer or wiggle your bum further away from the wall as you need. The hamstrings should be a lot more spacious than week 1. But if you need to, you can always bend the knees. Allow your head to rest, allow your hands to rest, and allow your legs to soften. We'll take about 5 to 10 minutes here. Coming back to the spaces and the energy of week 1, finding that sanctuary in the body. And I invite you to reflect on how your energy has expanded over the last few weeks, how your awareness has grown or kind of flowed into this expansion, and how this expansion, all of it now, feels like sanctuary. How when we reach, when we grow, when we evolve, there are times where perhaps we don't feel so connected to our resilience. But all we actually need to do is take a moment to rest. Allow ourselves to feel, come back to our core, come back to our center, come back to our breath. And then all that space that we've filled with our energy, we can claim it as our own. We get to know that space intimately. We know how we need to feed it, how we need to nourish it with breath, with mindfulness. We learn about the edges of our strength, our endurance. And we learn about the depth of our rest and our ease. So allow yourself to stay here and legs up the wall for as long as you like. I'd recommend a few more minutes at least to let the nervous system really calm down and integrate all the movement. But more than that, also this journey of 5 weeks of coming full circle and lifting yourself to a higher perspective and finding illumination on more subtle aspects of your process. Allow yourself to feel all of that. It doesn't necessarily need to be seen, but allow yourself to feel that expansiveness. From here, you're welcome to go back into Yoga Nidra if you'd like. Maybe just stretch yourself out straight for that. Other than that, Thank you so much for joining me for this course. It's been an honor and a pleasure to guide you through all these different practices on the mat and in person. And I sincerely hope that it's given you something that you can carry with you for the rest of your days, something that helps you to always tap into yourself and knowing where that is and knowing the pathways how to get there. Thank you so much for joining me for practice, and I hope to see you on the mat again soon. Namaste.